What's going on, guys? I hope you're well and welcome back to another UCL fantasy video. We've got the match day 10 review and also the match day 11 preview. As you can see, there's about 32 hours until things kick off, so we're just going to jump straight into it. I mean, we've already made some changes, but we'll have a little look at how we went in match day 10. Scored 63 points, which wasn't too bad. It could have been a lot better if Vinicius had of hold. We did not go on the Grimaldo captaincy. We just went Alvarez for that first day. So yeah, but a lot of people went Grimaldo. I mean, good on them. We went Vinny. He did score, so captaincy return. It wasn't a haul, so to speak. We were fairly lucky with that, and that boosted our score to 63 points. Obviously, no Mbappe. Osimhen with the 2 assists, and I mean, drips and drabs here and there. Thankfully, Osimhen, Vinny returned, and Grimaldo. But that leaves us sitting in the Spurs League 12th in Australia. We are, well, we're 8th, so we're climbing, and we're 2.1k overall, so hopefully we can actually go a little bit higher, maybe top 5 in Australia, maybe 1.5k overall. That would be ideal, but as I said, we've already made some changes. I mean, knockout starting, it's a round of 16, first leg, so hopefully we can nail it on the first day. The team is as follows. As you can see, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, I'm going to butcher his name. Jens Peter Hoare of Bodo. He's in cheap enabler, just a tick over 6 million. We've got Haaland because out of the premium forwards, I think he's the only one that's actually guaranteed to start. Kane has a knock, so he's dubious. He's got a calf issue, didn't play the last game for Bayern, and Mbappe has been ruled out. Alvarez is an absolute given because I think he's the most safe out of the Atleti forwards. Sorloth, good punt, but I'm not as keen on his minutes, and obviously they have my Spurs at home, so they should absolutely feast. In the midfield, we have double Barcelona attack with Yamal, who will take the captaincy. Fermin Lopez as well. Elise to cover off a little bit of that Bayern attack. And Doué of PSG against Chelsea. I was tossing and turning about dropping a Barcelona attacker, probably Fermin for another PSG attacker. But in saying that, I think whichever way you'll go, you'll be rewarded. I mean, PSG, they love putting up good XG at home, and Chelsea aren't the best defensively, and I don't think Barcelona going to Newcastle will be that much of an issue for them personally. In defence, we've got Van Dijk against Galatasaray away, Hanko again against my Spurs at home, Gabriel, well, that's a given, isn't it? Arsenal, best defence in Europe. So they've got Leverkusen away. And in goal, we've got Oblak. So from this, I'm expecting a clean sheet from Atleti. On the bench, you've got Raya, Hakimi, Timber, and Vinny Jr. I think if Madrid are to score, which I think they will against City, then Vinny is going to be involved. Timber's been putting up some very good attacking numbers. And again, I mean, should lock them in for a clean sheet. Hakimi, as I spoke about with PSG, they put up amazing XG stats at home, and Chelsea aren't the best defensively. So this is the team going into the first day of the round of 16, the first leg. It's a bit of a shame that Galatasaray and Liverpool play first, because that's, I guess, of no team news isn't of a bonus to us personally, because we've only got Van Dijk. And I think he's basically locked to play. We know that. But Got a fair few players in, obviously, that first morning. We do have the triple Atletico boys, Alvarez, Hanco, and Oblak, and I don't think Spurs score in that because, well, to be honest, we're quite woeful. Then Bayern obviously only have Elise, which I was tempted on Musiala, could potentially go Luis Diaz, but I think we've covered off all bases as well as we could. And then the third of the 7 a.m. Australian time games, we've obviously got the double Barcelona attack with Yamal and Lopez. Looking at the next day, obviously have triple Arsenal defence. Now that could be fantastic, that could absolutely be horrible, but Gabriel is on field because I feel he's the most nailed to play and ball recoveries, attacking threat. I don't need to say any more about him. Hopefully we have, I guess, a substitution dilemma and all our players on the first day do return, and we may not even need to use Timber, but I mean, that's probably not going to happen. In saying that, the second game, the double PSG, just the singular PSG attack, which I think Doué starts, Dua, however you want to pronounce it. I think he does start. He's been in good form lately, and I think I think they'll win that home leg, and I think they'll do it quite comfortably. The third game is Bodo v Sporting, and that's where Hoff or Horge, however you want to pronounce it, comes in as well. Potential captaincy shout against Sporting at home, so it's been absolutely amazing. Definitely one to potentially consider for that C option if we don't nail it on the first day. And then obviously the third game at the 7 a.m. games on the second day, we would have Vinny Jr. and Haaland. I mean, it's fairly straightforward. I think we're going fairly template. Don't mind that. It's obviously not how you start, it's how you finish. And in saying all of that, the only thing that I feel like I'm missing out on with this team, I wish there was another midfielder spot that we could use, but obviously there's not. It would be probably another Bayern midfielder, whether that's a Gnabry or a Musiala, but I just can't give up. I don't want to go without any PSG attacking options, and I think Barcelona will do Newcastle over quite comfortably. I could be completely wrong on that, but doubling up there, I'm more than happy to do so. Could even, I was going to say go Rafinha over Lopez. Like, we still do have some money in the bank, but I think it's wise to keep it there. And overall, like, it's fairly balanced. If we look at this, if everything goes right, we don't make any substitutions. But in saying that, it probably won't happen. I mean, captaincy, as I said, Yamal takes it first day, and then we're probably going to move on to Hoff of Bodo, or Horge, however you want to pronounce that, but absolutely been on fire. Like, you can see returns everywhere. Like, that's just, immense. And for that price, against 2 legs against Sporting, happily take a slice of that. But that is the team, and if we look again at our rankings, we're 8th in Australia, 2.1k overall, and 12th in the Spurs League. So hopefully we can push up, potentially top 5 in Australia, maybe 1.5k overall. I think a lot of people will probably be on either maybe a Salah, a Lise, or a Yamal captaincy. So it's tempting to be on Alvarez as well, actually. Maybe that will be a 50-50 last moment, I think. Like, because Tottenham, we are not very good at the moment, but I think Yamal is just probably the standout choice. He does have penalties. Alvarez has penalties as well, so I guess maybe the Atleti player at home against a weakened Spurs team, but at this point in time, actually no, I've just convinced myself. Maybe I think too lowly of Spurs, but Alvarez will go captaincy on him. Hopefully he can return. This may come back and bite us, but hopefully it doesn't. I mean, either way, it's a win, isn't it? If Alvarez pops, then we get a fantastic captaincy score. If he doesn't, hopefully it's a 0-0 draw. We get the clean sheet from the defenders, and we can swap our captaincy on that second day. So hoping for the best, but definitely expecting the worst. So I think we built the team fairly well balanced. Hopefully we can see some decent green arrows and a larger score than last round, because even though we went up in the rankings, it was a quite low game week for all. So hopefully we can bounce back and do a little bit better. But as always, guys, thank you for tuning in. Let me know your plans. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe, and enjoy.